Welcome to Second Take, the show that focuses on the issues behind the news. Mining Weekly editor Martin Klimo joins me today to unpack the latest news in the mining industry. Welcome, Martin.
Thanks, Ashley.
Now, there are hopes of a revival of South Africa's manganese alloy potential with the latest Competition Tribunal approval.
Yes, I think firstly we should all strive to thrive in 2025. And I see activities building up. And one of them is around the metalloys issue, which was a smelter and lying there dormant. And you see that has been successfully taken over now with Menor playing a major role and the competitions authorities giving the go-ahead for the takeover from Samancor. We know what the background to that was. It was a very well-operated setup, but because of the high price of energy, because of the high price of electricity, it had to be put on care and maintenance. Now the new owners are hoping to take it out of that, and we also have coming through new technology in this area of ferromanganese, new technology which uses much less electricity, which is greener, and this could really help us to get our share back that we lost in the world of ferromanganese. And hopefully they'll start at least 2 of the 4 furnaces there. And we hope 2025 will see some action.
Now, the words superpower metals are being used to describe South Africa's platinum group metals in key green energy decision-making forums.
You know, this is fantastic that at last the world is seeing that these are superpower metals. And this sort of rhetoric is being fed into very key areas, particularly of the European Union, but of the world as well. And, you know, you can see that these metals not only cross the green energy path, they even go into health issues. They, you know, for anti-cancer drugs, there's just been an acquisition now around that whole pharmaceutical issue. So very widespread activities from these. Hopefully, you know, they'll get more action in the green hydrogen situation, particularly because of the holistic role that they can play there. It's not just electric vehicles. It is far more broader than that. You know, it's not just the fuel cell electric vehicles either. It's not the battery electric vehicles. It goes into many shapes and forms. And that is being acknowledged, and that is being broadcast a lot by those involved in particularly refining of the platinum group metals, those involved in key positions in Europe and around the world. So it is good that the name of the platinum group metals, the reputation, is being highlighted because that helps South Africa.
And green hydrogen recognition in India, Europe and China are positive.
Yeah, you know, we start the new year with India saying their first hub is being developed. You know, the Prime Minister launched it. It's going to produce 5 million tons of green hydrogen a year by 2030, which is close. And that's just the first. You know, they're looking at doing a lot more in green hydrogen. And I'm very glad about that they've taken this step, because you see certain things happening in the US now, which are pulling back, although a lot of the US companies are making announcements saying no, they are far ahead, and they will convince the new government of, you know, the good business that's involved there. And they also already in many other countries around the world. So if it gets slowed down in the US, you know, they can still speed it up elsewhere. And this is just one of the countries. You know, you saw in Europe, there were special meetings there where hydrogen organizations were coming in and interfacing with decision makers in the just transition, in the clean energy business, and a lot of them also in housing, because they see that this can actually electrify housing very cleanly over a broad area. Besides just the mobility side of it, there's also the stationary side of it. So more and more they're starting to see that this is the holistic solution. You know, this can give you the clean steel, it can give you the clean cement, it can give you anti-cancer drugs, it can spread you, you know, so far that it is worth looking at holistically, because that's when the price of it could come down, because it'll be in far greater use. We see activity in China looking at the PEM side of the green horizon. So that helps when they say PEM, it helps us. And so we are looking to try and get our platinum group metal solutions recognized. And you can see slowly the penny is dropping, and the new year started well in that respect.
Thanks for speaking with us, Martin.
Thank you, Sashni.
That's it for today. Join us again next week for more news analysis on the local and global mining industries. And don't forget to listen to the audio version of our Mining Weekly daily email newsletter.